Welcome to birding's biggest day on Earth. That's right, today is Global Big Day 2025 and I am bringing you along with me. You're not gonna wanna miss this. So hey, let's get out there and find some birds. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Hawken, your virtual birding guide, and this is Hawken the Lens. So today is Global Big Day, which means a full day of birding for me and for you guys watching along. I get to share this with you too. So the plan today, right now I'm at one of my favorite hotspots along the Jordan River. You want to start early in forests so you can catch the songbirds first. Then I'm going to check out a couple of spots I've never been before. My goal today for this Global Big Day is not necessarily to see the most amount of birds. I'm going to be birding a lot, so I think my numbers will get pretty high. Of course, I'm going to try and see as many as possible, but I want to just enjoy my day, film a bunch of birds, hit some new hot spots I've never been before just to mix things up. It's going to be an incredible day. I might even do some more than that. So let's get going because we don't want to waste any time. Like mentioned, I am at the Jordan River, which is a beautiful habitat. It has the great water source of the river with trees flanking either side of it and some good walking paths. The targets to start were warblers, so I began my journey to search for these birds. Interestingly, I saw a lot of nesting activity. You can see this robin in a nest. I saw lots of birds pairing up too. It was certainly breeding season now, that is for sure. So we start to see some different behaviors out of these birds. Again, another nest on the side of the river from these mourning doves. Pretty cool to watch. To make things a little more interesting, I'm setting myself 2 extra goals on this Global Big Day. One, I want to film 40 birds. This might be a tall order because there are some notoriously hard birds to get on camera, and seeing 40 is a lot just on its own. So that'll be a fun one to try and hit. I've already picked up probably about 10-ish species this morning. My second goal is to pick up 5 new birds for the year. There's a lot of birds migrating through now, and I've been away from Utah for about a week on an Oregon trip that you're gonna see on the channel very shortly. So let's try and pick up 5 new birds for the year. Again, these are not lifers, just birds I have not yet seen this year. Let's get after it and try and hit these challenges on this Global Big Day. I was pretty pleased how well we were doing. We got a California quail on camera, which isn't always easy. They are sometimes deep in the bushes. And then we picked up our very first of year bird, the Bullock's Oriole. I heard them plenty of times, but I finally got one on camera, which is awesome. I was happy that the common birds were starting to come in as well. We got a house sparrow, and then one of the most common backyard birds showed up, the black-capped chickadee. One bird I had hoped to pick up on camera but could not were swallows. They weren't even in their nests here. These might have been older nests actually. So they are a tough bird to get on camera though, so I wasn't too displeased with that. I did pick up these rock pigeons, which pumped our numbers up slightly more, which was great before heading out more into the wilderness where I probably wouldn't see them. All right, let me chat with you while I put sunscreen on. So that was a pretty productive stop. I spent a little more time there than I would have intended usually on a big day, but I was having so much fun that I just wanted to stay, and there were a lot of species to film. We're doing pretty good. I got 23 total species for the day. I think I only missed filming the belted kingfisher, a northern rough-winged swallow, and a barn swallow. Oh, and a flyover European starling, but I think I'll get that later in the day. So we got off to a very good start. It is only 8:30 right now. And we're gonna move to our next location here in a sec. I just wanna put sunscreen on in advance so it can sink in while I am driving, so I don't sweat it out immediately, because the next location is a hike. It's a brand new one today for me, brand new hotspot for birding. I'm very excited to go check it out. There has been a black and gray warbler, I believe it's called. I might have got that wrong, spotted there, but that would be a new bird for me. So I'm really hoping to see that one. That would also be my 350th lifer. So a lot of good things could happen. And then there's some other species we'll have potential for there. I'm really hoping for black-headed grosbeak. But yeah, let's make our way to the next hotspot. All right, I am at my second location. I am walking up Yellow Fork Canyon now. There are a few birds that we could add to the list today, potential lifers too. So I already did just pick up some spotted towhee. That is new for the day. And then I am walking along this creek here in this canyon. Seems like a really great habitat, honestly. I've seen a few chipping sparrows. I'm gonna try and get a few of those on camera. And then we have some warblers calling. Merlin picked up a Virginia's warbler, which I have not seen yet, so I don't know if I can totally trust that. And I know there have been some black-throated gray warblers spotted here, which would be a lifer for me. So let's take a stroll and see if we can get some really cool birds to the list. Also, I just ran into a subscriber in the parking lot too, so that was kind of unexpected. Always a cool moment. So if you ever run into me, come over, say hi, I'd love to chat. So thank you, Roberta, for coming by and saying hi to me. I appreciate it. Seeing as I was having trouble just to get any birds on camera, I changed my strategy. Instead of walking along the trail, I decided to stop and pause a little bit more. So I pulled out my tripod and camera and was rewarded by getting some blue-gray gnatcatchers. This was an awesome bird to see and another first of year bird to notch on the challenge. Okay, this is killing me. We've smashed our goal of new birds for the year. We got the Bullock's Oriole at the first stop. You just saw those blue-gray gnatcatcher. And then I have a bunch of herd-only birds. I have herd-only black-headed grosbeak. I have herd-only black-throated gray warbler, which is a lifer for me too. And it's killing me that I cannot find this thing in the brush in front of me. It's deep back there, unfortunately. That is my 350th lifer too. So I really want to get eyes on it to see what that warbler species looks like in person. But so that's 4 birds. And then we've also gotten lazuli bunting too, amongst a couple of other new birds for the year. So that goal smashed, accomplished. Let's see if we can hit that 40 species on camera goal next. These northern house wren were one of my favorites to watch, and I spent a lot of time observing their behavior because they would chase each other across the trail. I assume they were pairing up to mate. That hairy woodpecker was a very nice pickup. I knew they were around here, but woodpeckers are never guaranteed. You just kind of got to be in the right place at the right time when they come around and hear their drumming. So that's what happened. That was cool. Now, let's see if I can get this darn Virginia's warbler on camera. This would be the first time I've ever gotten this bird on camera. It's been calling like crazy. I've actually heard like 3 or 4 of them, but I just cannot seem to locate them. That was an orange-crowned warbler I just missed. First snack break of the day, we got honey stinger. So I think we've picked up most species we wanted to coming here. I got my warblers, I got the lazuli bunting. Not all of them I got on camera, unfortunately, but I think I'm gonna head back down the canyon. I just looked at maps to see if I could loop and do anything different, but I don't think there's any trails that'll loop around that are close to me. I also just realized I'm up Rose Canyon when I intended to go up Yellow Fork Canyon. I mean, oh well, we still saw a lot of species, so it's not a big deal, but that just means I'll have to come back here someday and look for some other birds up Yellow Fork Canyon, which is where I intended to go. Because I'm down here in the creek and not up in the hills up there, and maybe Yellow Fork Canyon has more of this habitat too, I am missing potential for like juniper titmouse, but still that would be a long shot. And I haven't seen any flycatchers yet, which has really surprised me. Merlin did pick up that one dusky flycatcher back there, but I didn't hear its call, so I'm not sure if I trust that. I'm not putting it on my checklist. So we missed on a few flycatchers that I was hoping to see, but this is okay. We're still doing pretty good. We're still having a great day. You can tell it's Global Big Day. I've come across 6 birders on this trail, and we're all just talking about what we've seen, asking if we've seen anything cool. So that's pretty fun. This is what Global Big Day is all about. All of us birders getting outside and just enjoying the amazing nature and seeing some really incredible birds. I love it. As I made my way back to the parking lot, I was really excited by this bird because I thought it was a new one on camera, but it's just the underside of a chipping sparrow. However, right by my car, I finally got my first ever Virginia's warbler on camera. Not a lifer, but like first time I've gotten it in the lens. So that was pretty sweet. Pretty decent views of this bird too. So one more bird to notch down onto the challenge for the day. Tried to grab In-N-Out for lunch to refuel, and there's 40 cars in the line. So we got some Wendy's. I'm gonna eat this, and then we're gonna hit our next hotspot. All right, we are walking the trail along the Utah Lake North Shore now. I honestly think we're gonna smash both of our challenges today. We already hit the 5 new birds, and I think I've gotten a lot of birds on video. After the first 2 hotspots, I was probably teetering somewhere around 30-ish, and now we're moving into completely different habitat. This is the worst part of the day to go birding, right in the smack dab middle of the day. It is about 1 p.m. Actually, it's 1:38 right now, so peak of the afternoon, not great birding, though birds on water generally are still easy to find or don't care as much about this time of day. And I'm a little surprised the warblers are still going crazy. Let's see if we can pick up some new birds now to get on camera and push us closer to that challenge and find some more birds for this global big day.
Hell of a shot.
While I was looking for wetland species, it's always worth a stop in this forest because you can often find barn owls and great horned owls here at this hotspot. So that's exactly what I set out to do, though I wasn't going to have much luck.
I wanted to look for owls in this forest, but it is flooded. I still scanned the trees, but did not see anything.
Not the most productive spot, but I suppose that is to be expected in the middle of the afternoon. We're gonna get out more towards some water. I think I'm gonna head to the Provo River Delta next so we can see where the river empties into the lake, and hopefully there's a bunch of waterfowl there and maybe some shorebirds too. We're getting close to wrapping up the global big day. I'm at my very last hotspot, Skipper Bay Trail. It's where the Provo River feeds right into the Utah Lake. Not too much here, honestly. It's been pretty slow birding post lunch, but I do have a really cool thing right now. There's a red-tailed hawk nest up in the tree there, and I can make out just one young. There might be more, but I can see at least one in the nest. So that's pretty cool to see a brand new red-tailed hawk that was just born. Anyways, I'm gonna finish walking this trail. We'll see if we hit our challenge as we wrap up the day here, and I will tally up all the species and share the trip report with you too, so I can show you all of the birds that I saw on Global Big Day 2025. At this point in the day, my energy was waning, as usually happens with a full day of birding, and I thought I had the challenge wrapped up. I definitely could have tried harder if I knew where I was at, but I'm still able to pick up a few more species like the snowy egret, and then these R-stamped common golden eye. They're in Utah kind of late. They're usually not here at this point of the year, so it was cool to get a rare bird on the day. I know I said this was the last location, but I think I will make one more stop. My girlfriend and I are gonna go hang out at Utah Lake State Park and do a little paddle boarding and just enjoy the water. The weather's just beautiful. But in general, I have left a lot of common species off the board. No, like Say's phoebe, American avocet, blackneck stilt, which are pretty regular here in Utah, but I didn't necessarily go to the right habitats for them. They could theoretically show up here with the water, but these are more rivers and lakes, not really wetlands. So that's okay though. I knew what I was doing when I picked my locations. I wanted to check out some new places and just do a full day of birding. So I hope you still enjoyed it, even though I didn't get a crazy high number of species. Before I hit my very last location, What did you guys do for Global Big Day? I'd love to hear how yours went. Did you get any cool species, any cool lifers? Let me know in the comments. I am always excited to hear what's going on from my audience. And as the 2025 Global Big Day came to a close, I only added one more species on the day while I was sitting at Utah Lake. I saw a handful more, but I only recorded the common grackle. So we end the day not completing my challenge, sadly, which was a big bummer, but it was still an incredible big day. Well, that is going to do it for me today on this Global Big Day. Alicia and I are hanging out now at Utah Lake. We just got done paddleboarding. I picked up some Caspian terns, and I finally picked up ring-billed gull, which I'm surprised it took me this long. But I'm going to put my trip report in the comments, or in the description, if you want to check it out. You can see everything I did throughout the day on Global Big Day, and you can see my eBird checklists. Thank you as always for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Happy birding.